Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to be working on the 3208 Cat in the back of my SP36 Wander Lodge. So today what I'm going to do is show you guys how to turn up or down the fuel injection pump to add or subtract more fuel. Actually, on my particular circumstance, I'm turning it down because my EGTs were just way too high and it really didn't seem to make any difference. So either way, if you want to turn yours up, then it's just as simple, and I will go over that with you here in just a minute. And before I forget, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Helps the channel out a lot if you could do that for me. Anyhow, let's get to it. All right, so since this is an SP36, the engine's in the back. As you can see, that's the bed. I got the covers and all that off. And so what we're going to be messing with is the injection pump, which is underneath of these two turbo piping. So let me crawl in there and I'll give you a better idea of what we're doing. Okay, so this right here, you can see where my finger is. That is to adjust the rev limiter. They call it the high idle, but you can adjust the rev limiter. I wouldn't really recommend messing with it. You don't want to go any more over than 3,000 RPMs in these things anyway. And then the block next to it, this one right here, is so underneath of there is how you adjust it to turn it up and turn it down. So I'm going to try and get some of this crap out of the way so I can get a little better angle to show you what's going on. Maybe I can give you a better camera angle because I can't tell how this looks. Well, that was a lot harder than it needed to be, but needless to say, I got it out. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Oops, let me get my camera down here. This is what I'm talking about right here. So you take these two 7/16 bolts off, and then that cap should pop off. Now they claim that this nut here where my finger or my thumb is, it will bleed the fuel off, but this thing hasn't ran in a minute. I think I ran it like 2 days ago. So I'm not gonna worry about it. If it makes a little bit of a mess, I think I'll be all right. So anyhow, I'd set you up with a time lapse, but it's too dark in here and you really can't see shit because I'm in the damn way. So I'm just gonna have to walk you through this here one bit at a time. Okay, so here's the cap that I took off. I guess it would be orientated this way, but you get the idea. There is a gasket. I got really lucky and it didn't stick there. I've heard they can be kind of a pain in the ass to come across. Luckily, I didn't lose that bolt. And luckily it stayed there, so I'm going to attempt to reuse it. So if you can see the bolt with the slot in it, right there, and it's got a 7/16 nut on it. Basically, that is a jam nut. So according to my research, if you loosen the nut and turn that in clockwise, that will turn the fuel down, or you can turn it counterclockwise to give it more fuel. So I'm going to turn it clockwise to make less fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Let's see if I can orientate this camera a little better to get in there. Alright, so there it is. And I screwed it in 2 turns because it was turned all the way out. Normally you want to like do 1 turn at a time, but I swung for the fence because, well, I mean, as far out as that thing was and as high as my EGTs were, I'm not even taking any chances. So anyhow, we're gonna put this thing together and take a look and see how it does. All right, got her all back together. I just gotta take the charge pipe, put it back on, put the air intake tube onto the turbo, and we'll put the old cover on this thing and go take her for a spin and see how she does. I'm pretty stoked. I'm really hoping that this takes care of it. We'll see. Alright guys, well that'll do it for this video. everything turned out a-okay. It doesn't leak fuel or anything like that. I'm going to go test drive it tomorrow. It's getting a little late in the day, and I got to go spend time with my wife. So anyhow, I hope you find the video useful, and we'll see you next time.